Hello and welcome to Teaching Math Through Computer Science. This is the second video in our mini-series. In the first video, we described curricular connections and we set up a template to work with. So let's go ahead and load up that template and learn about reflections in the Scratch programming environment. So this is the template that we left off with. I've made one change to SPR shape, and that was to go into the costume, and I added a red dot in the very center, just to help us click and drag if we're clicking around. And as a starting point, it's nice to know that original centerpiece. So we have SPR shape, and I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this real quick. And the reason that I'm doing that is because we're going to do two different reflections here, a vertical and a horizontal, both through the built-in editor. So I say SPR shape 2, and then I'm going to edit these both. So my original shape, you have to decide if you're going to be flipping vertically or horizontally here. All right, and to show this, we actually want to do two things. So if I'm going to flip horizontally, so along the Y plane, but flipping horizontally, I'm going to draw a line either to the right or left, and this line that you're drawing is basically the mirror that you're going to be looking into for your sprite. And then the last thing we need to do is we need to set the costume center away from the original onto that mirror or line that we just drew. So we click OK, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll duplicate that original shape that now has a line. I'll rename this SPR flip 1. That's the first flip that we're doing. And we'll go in and we'll edit, and we'll make sure that we flip horizontally. We go ahead, click OK, and what's cool is if we line these up, we can see that they are mirrored perfectly. So that is our first flip. Now we'll go ahead and we'll do the second one. So I go into SPR shape 2, I click edit, I draw my mirror one more time. That mirror is a little bit too big, so we'll go ahead and get rid of it. And we set our costume center again away from the center point into the mirror. We click OK, and then we can duplicate that last one, and this will be clicking on the right sprite, SPR flip 2. I go in and edit our flip, and this time I'm going to flip vertically along the horizontal plane, and when I match those up, we can see that those are reflected in the ways that we want them to be reflected. So reflections can be taught here just through the built-in editor, and it's definitely a skill the students need to know when programming in the Scratch environment. So I'll go ahead and save this as my reflection, and that's the second video. Thanks everyone.